Welcome back to Clarity Farms. Today we're going to take you through how we clean out our chicken coop and kind of show you some different secrets that we use to keep it a little more clean than your regular chicken coop. But there are different ways to clean out a chicken coop depending on the chicken coop that you have. Some people have sand inside, so it's going to be similar to cleaning out like a litter box per se. And then other people have smaller chicken coops that might just be a little bit different. So we're going to take you through how we clean out ours, the process that we do, and kind of take you guys along with us. So the very first thing that we like to do is just get all of our supplies right outside the chicken coop before we even kind of step into the chicken coop, just so that we have everything in one place. So like we said earlier, we have this closet over here that kind of holds all of our supplies.
Yep.
So we'll let Tate go get all those.
We got our area broom.
Yep, so this is our area broom. It's just a very wide broom. Makes it easy to get all the chuff out.
Our shovel.
Yep, this is our shovel. This is what we kind of scoop everything in, and then we'll put it into a barrel that we'll use for compost later.
Our dimension.
This is our diatomaceous earth. We'll talk about this later, but this is kind of our secret ingredient to keeping our chicken coop clean.
Yeah, and we got our chuff.
Yep, and this is our chuff, like Tate said. Everything comes down to this. What we lay all over the chicken coop, in their nesting boxes, everything like that. You want to grab the red broom as well?
Oh yeah, sure. This is our other broom.
Yep.
To get small spots.
Yeah, so all the little nooks and crannies, maybe if we have cobwebs, anything like that, this is what we use. So we'll get the large majority of the chuff out with our area broom, and then we'll come back and whatever we don't get, that's what gets it. So
yeah.
As we walk into our chicken coop, the very first thing we do is we get all these little chickens outside, and we lock down the chicken coop.
Yep.
So as you guys can see, we talked about it earlier. If you don't have an area broom and you have a bigger chicken coop similar to this, it's definitely something to invest in. When we first started cleaning this out, we did not use an area broom. We just used that red broom that we talked about earlier. And we could definitely tell a difference of how long it took us, just because this gets it it gets it in a pretty big pile efficiently. So we normally try to pile it up. You want to show them the pile. And then once we get it all that we can get with the area broom, we'll start shoveling it into a bucket that we use for compost. It's a great way to use something that, typically wouldn't have any use, and, nothing goes to waste. So we put this in places that need, grass to grow again. Places like our garden, stuff like that. So anything that we can put to use, we definitely try to put to use. In our last chicken video, we kind of talked to you guys about how we repurpose any scraps, any vegetables in the kitchen for our chickens. So anything that you can use, that'll save you money, definitely try to use it. That's what it's all about. So, and then kind of last thing to mention is, if you want to show them all these spots, sometimes if we don't get enough chuff down in places, there'll be spots like this, and we just always trying to kick it up. Don't let there be any access. So that's kind of the big time consumer. But other than that, it goes by pretty fast. So this is kind of when like our second person comes in handy. Tate will take the shovel. I'll sweep all the chuff into his shovel, and he'll put it into the barrel. Actually, Tate, while I sweep, you want to tell them about the barrels and stuff?
Yeah. When we get a full barrel of chicken chuff or chicken poop, we usually put it in muddy spots. But right now we're putting it all the way at the barn so grass can grow there.
Yeah, we have a lot of muddy spots down at our barn. And so this chuff is perfect because not only is it kind of like a straw, in a sense that it kind of sucks up the moisture and stuff, but it also is a fertilizer because of all the chicken poop. So, it's perfect for what we need right now. Tate, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
And it's just, like we said earlier, anything that you can use to save money. We're not having to go buy straw right now for down by the barn, and it's getting fertilizer. So, what more could you ask for? But, if we need fertilizer for for our garden, we'll add this to the compost. But right now we just need it for the barn. So this is where all of our barrels of chuff are going. And then also something to mention, got it? Other things to mention, like when it's not super messy, like this week it was really messy. It's kind of rainy out today, so they spent a lot of time in the coop. So there's a lot more chicken poop. So we couldn't savor a lot of the spots, like leave a lot of the spots. Under your roosting areas are typically where it's going to be the most messy, because it's where they sleep and where they poop the most. But in other areas, if we can save it for another week, stuff like that, then we try to. Any chuff that comes outside of the nesting boxes will then be put on the floor. So anything that we can save can be saved. Like I'm not ever gonna leave poop in here. That's disgusting. But anything that could be saved is normally saved here at Clarity Farm. So we're gonna go ahead and finish this up, and we'll see you on the other side. So this is that secret ingredient that we kind of talked about earlier. This is diatomaceous earth. It's important to get the food grade version of it. This is so that it is safe for your chickens and for you and for the eggs that you eat. There is another version that can be kind of harmful, so make sure you get the food grade. But this is like your insect control. So anytime an insect walks into your chicken coop, if they touch it, it'll shrivel them up. Something like that. But it keeps your insects away, it keeps your flies to a minimum. So it's kind of a little secret ingredient. We like to take it and we just sprinkle it around all the edges of our chicken coop. We rub it onto the roosts, and a lot of people put it inside their nesting boxes, but we don't do that every time. We do it sometimes, but some people put it inside their nesting boxes. They put it wherever. So we put it under our chuff, but once we lay it down, we kind of give the chicken coop a minute or two just to get aired out, because you are not supposed to breathe it in. So we always use a mask when we put it on or inside our chicken coop, and we just kind of sprinkle it around. But it's not harmful. You can walk around inside your chicken coop. You can stay inside your chicken coop, and it's fine. Just give it kind of a second so that the particles aren't floating in the air. But food grade diatomaceous earth is our little secret ingredient. So after we've completely cleaned out our chicken coop, we've laid down the diatomaceous earth. This is when we start cleaning out our nesting boxes. Luckily, our nesting boxes have a hood over it, so they don't get a lot of poop inside the nesting boxes at all. There's one nesting box that they do like to poop in, so it's a little annoying. But we'll take the poop out of that nesting box, and then we'll use whatever chuff is inside to lay throughout the rest of the chicken coop. We'll go through in areas that the chickens roost at, like where they poop more at, and we'll put extra down. But it's a great way to save money because it's just clean chuff that would just be wasted otherwise if you were to just throw it out. So if it is really disgusting, we definitely throw it out. We never reuse anything that has poop on it, because we want our chickens to have a very clean environment so that they don't get a lot of pests or other things that can make them sick. But this is when we start to clean out our chicken coop and lay down some chuff.
After we completely empty the nesting boxes, we have this chuff right here, and we're gonna completely refill the nesting boxes and put any chuff where it needs to be.
Yeah, so any extra places that we didn't get to use with the excess chuff that we had, we'll go and lay down just a little bit of extra, and then get our nesting boxes looking real full for all of our hens.
Yep.
So now we've taken care of everything inside the chicken coop. This one we go ahead and just refill any feed and water. Even if we refill it the day before, we just try to go ahead, refill it, and get a jump start on the week ahead.
Thanks for watching. Hope this helped.
And if you guys have any other questions, concerns, make sure to leave them in the comments below.